Hello there, I'm sure you've seen Nina Park makeup taking over the internet lately, so I wanted to share my take on this trend and the celebrity makeup artist's signature lip look, rounding up my top blotted lipsticks and lip liners to create a laid-back, low-effort version. I love a blotted, blurred, sheer matte lip product, so you're in good hands here. That's definitely my favourite element of the look, but I'll talk you through some of my top lip liner formulas and shades too, as someone who doesn't really reach for liner that often, so these are some standouts. No overlining though, it just never looks good on me, so these pass the test for soft, natural shading instead. New York-based makeup artist Nina Park's blurred yet defined lip techniques started trending on TikTok last year, but I've been a fan of her work for years. She has such a refined, elegant, but light-handed style, so it's no wonder her celebrity client roster is out of control. Zoe Kravitz, Emma Stone, Greta Lee, Sadie Sink, Lily Rose Depp, Margaret Qualley, a lot of the Chanel girls, Kaya Gerber, Hailey Bieber, Laura Harrier, Saoirse Ronan, Hoyeon Jung, Brie Larson, Kerry Mulligan, Daisy Edgar-Jones, Jessie Buckley this awards season. As a longtime fan, I'm just so happy more people are getting to know Nina's beautifully nuanced work. If you're new here, I love celebrating makeup artists' looks in my Celebrity Makeup Bag series, but Nina's lip technique is what she's particularly known for and what everyone's recreating at the moment, using contour products to shade around the lips, a cool-toned liner to blur the cupid's bow and softly overline, then a flush of colour in the centre of the lips. Now, I love watching that level of artistry, but I'm also lazy and love a quick makeup routine. Plus, as I said earlier, harsh lip liner and overlining just doesn't look good on me. So my twist on this trend keeps it really simple, reaching for a My Lips But Better or My Lips But Deeper liner for some soft shading all over, not even bothering to overline, then adding a My Lips But Better sheer matte lipstick in the centre of the lips to add a touch of colour and tie it all together. Low maintenance, natural, inspired by the trend and having fun with it, but still making it me, which includes being able to apply it in a hurry. Starting with some of my top lip liner formulas, the main characteristics I personally look for: something smooth enough to softly shade in more of my lips, not just drawing a thin line, and something creamy enough to blur and smudge with my fingertips too, so it looks even more natural. A celebrity makeup bag style product detail for you first. Nina Park rarely shares product breakdowns, but I've seen her use this Chanel Longwear lip pencil shade Nude Brown or Nude Brown several times. I picked this up a while ago for a Lily Rose Depp episode that never made it past the planning stage, but this trend reminded me to reach for it. It's a soft tan brown, but the Chanel shade I personally prefer is Rose Naturelle, a soft rosewood or warm rose, creamy and smooth enough to softly shade in all over, then soften with your fingertips, my usual move. One of my favourite unsung hero liners is Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade Lip Pencil in 2C. Iconic makeup artist Lisa created this formula in true to lip colours, so you can pick your perfect tone to create a naturally enhanced look. 2C is described as a medium mauve pink with cool undertones, so it ticks that My Lips But Better box for me, and the soft matte texture means you can create that perfect Nina Park blurred soft focus look so easily. Another top liner for me in the last couple of years, Farrah Homidi Smudge and Contour Lip Pencil in Minky. I picked this up at Violet Grey in LA, but the brand has grown so much it's now at US Sephora, and the founder, Farrah, is also a makeup artist. The shade description is a warm, light brown beige with a neutral undertone, but there's the tiniest hint of rose here, so it reads as a slightly rosy brown on me. More of a My Lips But Deeper effect. It glides on so well. Excellent Nina Park kind of pick. A very popular pencil now, Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, but not in the usual shade. Pillow Talk Medium is the warm berry pink that feels far more me than original Dusty Rose Pillow Talk. If anything, this is the firmest formula here. It has a more traditional, waxy feel, not as creamy and soft as the others, but good lasting power as a result. I do prefer softer cream liners because they blend more easily, but this shade is just such a good fit with the look I'm going for. You'll often find creators raving about Victoria Beckham Beauty Lip Definer in shade 2, a lighter neutral beige, but on the flushed lip front, I'm a bigger fan of shade 4, a rosy brown designed for medium skin and lip tones, so on me, fair, cool-toned skin, it's a richer, warm rose. In the context of Berry Pillow Talk Medium above, definitely looks a little milk chocolatey, even terracotta, but that rosiness is still present in person, and I love the ease of this formula. an updated VB brand review is on my filming list. If you're patiently holding out for the lipstick part of this video because you're not a liner person at all, this last one's for you. Merit Signature Lip Liners are made to be impossible to mess up because, unlike the others here, this is sheer with subtle satin shine. Coupe is my favourite pinky berry for this sort of look. Completely different concept to a regular liner. It's instantly more minimal and undone for lower impact contouring. You can enhance your lips in a foolproof way, or the texture's perfect for shading all over. Keeping in mind that the satin finish means it's not as long lasting as the others. Moving on to my personal favourite part, the blotted lip. Lipsticks for a sheer, low maintenance wash of colour all over, or just adding some to the centre of your lips for a fresh flush over blurred liner. One of the hottest blotted picks in the industry at the moment seems to be Violette FR Bisou Balm in Batiste, and I know why. I'm a big fan of this formula. French makeup artist Violette basically bottled a just bitten lip in this sheer matte lipstick balm hybrid. It is balmy, slightly powdery on the lips, but always comfortable and weightless in a rush of deep bitten pink for that laid back Parisian pout. I usually stick to a couple of swipes and pat it in with my fingertip. If you've seen any of my videos before, there's a good chance you've seen a Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Colour, one of my all-time favourite buildable, balmy lipsticks. You can see how battered my go-to shade Italian Rose is looking. This is a satin matte, blotted looking, creamy enough to be comfortable, but thin enough I forget I'm wearing it. Italian Rose lives by my front door with my keys. It's very important to me. I think of it as an everyday warm pink, but it's actually called Warm Brown Rose. Then mid-tone pink Babe, which is a more lively, brighter pink stocked in more places, suddenly makes Italian Rose look quite peachy. Love both for a just kissed boost of colour. A brand new launch that fits the bill, Merit Signature Lip Blush. You can find more shade swatches in my most recent everyday makeup video. So relieved they brought back this formerly limited edition formula because it's a perfect, soft, diffused, sheer, blurred matte. Weightless, still creamy and comfortable, not drying at all. Not as creamy as Bobbi Brown. It has a bit of silicone slip to it, but that's what makes it feel so weightless. September is the shade in this collection, and everyday, relaxed brick red that to me is the most my lips but betterable in the range, because one swipe or just patting and tapping it onto your lips gives you that really need lip balm, enhanced but still subtle rush of colour. Bringing back an old favourite, Givenchy Le Rouge Sheer Velvet Matte. Years ago, one of my Instagram followers, still remember you Sarah, mentioned that this formula was like a Bobbi Brown crushed lip colour in a pair of black heels. So naturally, I was sold. This is the luxurious grown-up version, more velvety, instantly blurred and soft focus from the first swipe, similar to the new Merit again, but more of a powdery feel on. Nude Boisé is a neutral beige powdery pink for a gentle wash of comfy colour, a true blotted lip straight from the bullet. Finishing with another lip blush from another brand, Refi Lip Blush is described as a lightweight, blurring formula that feels like a balm but colours like a tint. Orchid, a medium natural pink, is quite a full, bright pink if you layer it, but a couple of swipes or tapping it in looks like that heightened colour when your lips are chapped. I guess that's almost the accidental theme of this colour scheme, a true blurred finish here, but not powdery, quite balmy and light. One of my friends wore this exact shade as her wedding lipstick, which is always a nice sign that it's a natural pick. Thank you to Nina Park for her incredible artistry and inspiration. I'd love to hear if this trend has reached your feeds or even your makeup bag. Let me know if you've felt inspired too and how you've been experimenting and interpreting this lip style. Have you gone full makeup artist at home and whipped out different products for a faithful recreation, or maybe just picked up some simple kiss of colour lip liner and lipstick shades like I did? Let me know your favourite Nina Park looks and if any of my selections spoke to you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.